All right, so here is the concept today. So from today onward, what we do here is that uh, daily we will try to connect to the live streaming with the audience or anybody who is viewing this channel, so that he will get knowledge update and at least a strategy to make comfortable with Gen AI concept, or uh, the concept of Zen AI, especially useful for the developer in and engine leader in 2025. So that is what I believe that you should do. And if you follow this channel regularly, I mean, I don't have any specific schedule as such right now, but we usually come by like 3 to 5 or something like that daily, so that uh, in the morning time I can utilize for my own project, and then 3 to 5 we will discuss usually and even we will take a small break also. And today is just formalizing this streaming, I mean this channel streaming schedule, so that those who are interested in joining live, they can join and they can learn and share their own understanding and share their own experience and learning with others, right? That is what I am planning here. So the first area which I think that we have to understand right now is that I'm trying to build here one. This is my own document, so I'm just trying to build one enterprise level customer support and knowledge automation platform, so that this can be extended to multiple SMEs who wants to leverage their organization with generative AI or AI or ML, but they do not have a ready manpower right now with understanding or knowledge of AI ML. So for those kind of SME, which is a very large percentage in India, those percentage of SME can get benefited with these kind of platform. So that is our ultimate goal: prepare the platform for SME, so that any SME can include or extend it or use this leverage, platform to leverage their AI ML goals in their organization, right? That is what we are trying to make here. So that is what the concept here, that objective of this project is to build an AI powered support system for Indian companies and SME that leverage LLMs or agentic AI and vector based knowledge retrieval, right? That is what it is already, I have mentioned somewhere these things, right? So if I have to do the marking, so this is how AI powered support system for Indian company in SME that leverage LLMs and agentic AI and in vector based knowledge retrieval, right? This solution will automatically initiate, let me check once, does my live is working well or not? No, exactly. Let me check. Alright, so here is my live. Hi. Hi. Live is working well or not? No, exactly. Let me check. So here is join guys. General project, genres, no, system. Alright, so I think this is working fine. Let me disable it. Perfect. So this is how we can do, and then we will see it here that we have written that, or maybe our plan is like build a software or support as a service. So I'm using this platform like in three different parts. One part is the uses of large language model or agentic framework. Second part is using the capability of cloud. I will prefer AWS this time, but later I will prefer also, I will consider also to use Azure and Google platform. But for this project, I will prefer to AWS, right? AWS platform, because I am much comfortable with AWS from my experience, right? So I will prefer AWS in this project. And then next is yeah, then I agree, as I mentioned in here somewhere, I agree that my current strength don't require any core AI domain experience to use AI enabled power in my business. So even somehow, I mean, this is the just analogy fit for, I mean, given to the person who say that um, what if I don't have any capability in AI, my organization? Because SME, mostly I'm assuming here that most of the SME do not have uh, knowledge ready manpower in AI domain, especially, right? That is possible. So in that case, definitely they have a little hesitation to adopt this kind of services, these kind of I mean capability which is required for their organization. But to solve that problem, only I just try to create a kind of model of this service, which is just like you are using and exploring some website and getting the information required or needed for you, just like any website you are going and getting the information and doing the action as per your requirement. The similar way, this platform also built in such a way that uh, SME can use it as a portal and go there, use the inbuilt tools in such a way, and for all the scenario which they require, uh, and they can use that service. Inherently, they can get the capability of AI, Gen AI, large language model, and so on and so forth, but agentic framework also. But that is that complexity is embedded in platform, not in their head. So that is what I feel the advantageous part for this is I mean the concept advantageous for the SME in India, because that is what I'm assuming that probably they not everyone is very much familiar here about the AI and ML, or like um, Gen AI or large language model, these kind of things, right? That is how I feel so. All right. So next is let's move to the next thing, next page. What we will do in phase one. So in phase one, I usually do like I will try to create a minimum viable product, and uh, this minimum viable product I divided into 3 and 4 category, which will sub points of this generative question and answer. Right. So the first thing which this platform will provide that it will provide a generative question answer for the enterprise level knowledge base. I mean, uh, most of the time you have seen that there are a problem in enterprise, within the enterprise, that knowledge is very sparsely managed. Like few group of people, that those are senior guys, they are aware of all these knowledge, but they are not transforming those knowledge, or would say that there is no mechanism or there is no channel to transfer all these knowledge to the fresher or junior person who is joining the team or joining the company. That is not enough efficient model also available. I would not say that seniors are not transforming. Usually there is no channel at all, because as per the need of the problem, junior is reaching to the seniors and senior is giving the information. Okay, go there, find it here. This information you will find there. You will find this information there, and then integrate these information. You will get some meaningful reasoning behind the problem, right? That is how the industry currently working. But this is not enough, right? And now by using the large language model and by using the efficient RAG, we are able to handle most of these kind of discrepancy within the organization, and especially for SME, which do not have enough infrastructure, which do not have enough money to explore or research on these fields. So for those guys, I'm building this project, and they will get the benefit at the end of the session, right? At the end of the, once it is made release, or once it is made production ready, then we will release for beta testing to those SMEs, and they can use and check that does this is valid, or does this serve their purpose or not. Okay. So in this case, like I have a I am planning to use the DeepSeek model here. Our DeepSeek R1 model, reasoning model, is very famous recent time, and so I am planning to use this DeepSeek R1 LLM from the Grok cloud, because as per my understanding until now, Grok cloud based inferencing is the best and optimal performance provided from the Grok. So I will try to use Grok, not OpenAI, but to show the, sometime what we can achieve through the OpenAI and what Grok is giving me, those kind of contrast, comparison, we may do it through this channel, through the sharing, one way or other way kind of things. But in general, I believe that we don't require, as of now, like DeepSeek R1 is really a powerful model to serve the RAG, enterprise-based knowledge sharing. What is my purpose in this MVP, right? Then, so that is what I am currently sharing here. That you can see here that we can use the Grok cloud endpoint, right? Then we also use something which is you can see here, right? DeepSeek model. We can also check that we can use the vector database, which is primarily a Redis cache based, and I will use this one, Amazon Elastic Cache for Redis, right? Maybe you cannot see it, but let me mark for you so that you can see, right? Now another is embedding model. So here is your embedding model, and okay, hold on. This is your embedding. So this is your embedding models. And in embedding model, we will try, since initially I am starting with not a multi-model, it is a text-based model. So for that text-based model, I am starting embedding model, which is sentence transformer model, maybe Hugging Face, and that's it. I deployed this on AWS Lambda, or maybe I can directly use Hugging Face also through the API inferencing, right? Just like I will do with the Grok, I will do this also. Right? But we'll see how it will work. We'll see. Now, next is how to retrieve. So for retrieval purpose, as I already mentioned many times, is that for retrieval workflow, retrieve the top key element chunks from the Redis via a similar search. Pass these chunks to DeepSeek R1 through the Grok Cloud endpoint for context-aware answer. So that is what we will do. We will also try to see multiple things like we have to analyze that does Grok Cloud based inferencing via AWS is creating some issues or creating some performance hit. If not, then it is perfectly all right for us. And if yes, then we will see some workaround. There are some concern also maybe for enterprise and some guy who can have concern that security is not thought properly, that maybe they will think. But I disagree here. Why? Because as I mentioned earlier also, that we can maybe use VPC for secure environment between secure channel between Grok Cloud API and inference endpoint and AWS. But we definitely take care this aspect. So that is what currently I will share to you. But we'll see like how it will progress. Okay. Let's move to the this one. So here is phase 1, which is, as I mentioned, this is MVP. And the second part, the first part was the, if you remember, first part was the generative QA, and the second part is basic API dashboard. So basic API and dashboard. Okay? And so for that purpose, you can see that for API framework, I have used this one, and so I will try to use, like for API purpose, there are two possibilities here. If you analyze well, you can see that there are two possibilities here. One possibility is I can use AWS Lambda plus Amazon API Gateway, right? And another possibility, which is possible, but I'm not sure we can use or not, but the another thing is containerized weight. So we can use that. It is okay. So I think this is the reason. Let's do some thickness, less thickness, and that will work. Yeah. So second thing which is very important here is that let's try to another area which is containerized area, and I was making this one first, and then okay. So this containerized area or this also could be option, that containerized approach like ECS Fargate, right? So that we will also see the option, but for this MVP purpose, I will prefer AWS Lambda and Lambda along with API gateway, right? That is how we will prefer right now. Then a simple front end, so that is for dashboard purpose. Dashboard is very simple. I will create a simple front end, built a React hosted, built with React and hosted on AWS Amplify plus S3 or CloudFront. So, this dashboard is very simple to start, but later we will see it how and what are the things actually SME is looking for. So accordingly we will customize this front end, but for now, for simplicity purpose, we will start very simple, very small and simple application, React based, using the AWS Amplify, S3 and CloudFront. Okay. For monitoring and logging purpose, as I already mentioned several times in my other video also, that best part is used Amazon CloudWatch for logs and matrices, which is, I believe, that very, very good soft services created by AWS, right? So that is what I was mentioned here, that we will start with CloudWatch and then we will analyze our metrics, that is this hitting our cost too much? If so, then we will plan something better, but otherwise AWS CloudWatch is better. Alright, so next is evaluation and user feedback, and this purpose is very optimally required, because SMEs initially, when you make your services, you need lots of evaluation and feedback from your customer, like SME customer. So for a starting point of view, for some beta testing point of view, we will try to capture as much as feedback and user feedback will come, or review will come to us, and we will store it. There are multiple things like Amazon DynamoDB can be used for storing these kind of information for our recommendation and evaluation purposes or improvement purposes, right? That is what I have mentioned here, like this one, that Amazon DynamoDB or Amazon RDS, right? So a key takeaway here is that key AWS services we can use in this phase is primarily compute, AWS Lambda ECS Fargate, Amazon API Gateway, Amazon Elastic for Redis, maybe Pinecone we'll see later, but not now. Pinecone, we can think later. But for now, I think Amazon Elastic Cache for Redis is perfect. Then AWS Amplify, S3 or CloudFront, then DeepSeek, Grok Cloud Endpoint Inference with DeepSeek Carbon model. So this is how basic thing I will prepare this. Right. Let's move on. All right. So phase 2 is very addition to the phase 1, addendum kind of things, and then moving towards, until this phase, first phase, we covered the basic large language model capability, and based on RAG, we will provide the knowledge source, at the fingertip to everyone who is employee of their organization, right, or customer of that organization, and valid customer and valid employee, which is authorized by their authorization system, right? But another, which is phase 2, which is more beneficial for SME, and that is workflow automation, because most of the SME is currently paying lots of money to uh, many people who are even not so I think, okay, yeah, so okay, so then that's okay. Let me start another session very soon. Thank you, because I am getting some call from for lunch time, so I have to go now. Okay, thank